What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of the Euro Predictor. Quickly can go over the results from the last one, I suppose. So where did we leave off? What was the first game on our predictor from last time? If I remember rightly. I can have a quick check. So it would have been Scotland versus the Czech Republic. Okay. Well, as we know, 2-0 Czech Republic. Second goal was an absolute worldie.
By someone who got both goals, who I pointed out.
Yeah, you did. You pointed out as a threat, and he definitely fucking cashed in on that. Scotland let us both down in a way. They didn't score for me, and then they conceded a second for you. So we both got 2 points from that one. And then game 2 was Poland versus the Czech Republic. Again, I think this one disappointed us because we both had Poland. Against Slovakia. We both had Poland to win that game, and the red card seemed to be the dagger in that one. So no points from that one. Another no-pointer, Spain-Sweden. After us bigging that game up so much and saying there's potential for quite a lot of goals, 0-0, 85% possession for Spain, which was not good enough. Moving on to Tuesday, Hungary took on Poland, and my God, did they leave it late to get my prediction right. 0-0 after 85 minutes, and then to go on and win 3-0. I can imagine that late goal didn't please you too much. So
I was literally saying to myself, it was like 85th minute, and I thought, if Portugal score like now, like Hungary are gonna have to attack, and maybe they'll get the second, and I'll get the 5 points.
Yeah.
And it happened, and I was like, oh, the average makes it, and then they scored again. I was like, it's just my fucking luck at the minute. This.
It's not going great, is it? So that's 5 points for me, 2 points for Niall. France-Germany is another one that we thought could have been a big score. I went for 2. Oh, we both went for 2-1 in that game. It could have been 2-0. I don't think Germany particularly threatened to score a goal at any point, in my opinion, at least.
No, well, France had two disallowed goals.
That's right. Yeah. So that could have been even worse. 2 points each in that one. We both went for the same result in the Finland-Russia game. We both went for 1-1. That one finished 1-0 to Russia. So no points from that game.
A disallowed goal by VAR for Finland.
There we go. Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, you've had a bit of a stinker there, to be honest, haven't you? Fucking hell. And then obviously Turkey-Wales. You backed your Turkey boys, and they let you down again, and they give me a correct score at 2-0 with 95th minute goal. So I'm not going to argue with that one. 5 for me, none for you. And then Italy. I went for 3-0, you went for 2-0. It's another one where an 89th minute goals robbed you of 5 points.
I know, keeps happening to me, mate, and I'm getting sick of it, if I'm honest.
So it's been an unfortunate week, let's say, for Niall. So let's dive into an unfortunate couple of days. So let's dive into it. We're going to do the next 4 days because travelling and stuff like that. So we're going to start up on Thursday with the Ukraine taking on North Macedonia. Niall, what score's going to win you your first 5 points?
The start of my 55 points. I've gone with a 2-0 Ukraine win. I think I said in the last time North Macedonia played, I think they'll be the whipping boys of
absolutely
probably the whole tournament. So both teams lost their first opener, but I think you have to back Ukraine, don't you, to win?
Yeah, and I've agreed with you totally on that one. 2-0. I thought Yarmolenko was pretty good. I thought the striker was solid as well in their first game, even though obviously they lost to that late goal. They showed a lot of fucking heart getting back into that game, and I think they'll be much better than Macedonia, to be honest. Awesome. Right, so the second game of the day, Denmark taking on Belgium. Now, I've gone for a 2-0 Belgium win. I wanted to say more, but something inside me tells me that Denmark only didn't perform against Finland because of everything that happened that day, and that we might see a bit of an improvement. But I still don't think they'll score. I just think they might defend a little better.
Yeah, I've gone 3-1 Belgium. I probably wouldn't have picked Belgium to score 3 goals, but I don't think that the Denmark team going to be in the right frame of mind, to be honest. And, I'd say I've tipped Lukaku to get top goal scorer, so I'm hoping he gets a hat trick.
Yeah.
So
could be a solid 10 points you need at this point.
Yeah, go 3-1 Belgium.
Yeah, it's a good shout. Third game on that day, Netherlands taking on Austria. I've gone for 2-1 in this one. I just think, even though Netherlands weren't great in the first game, Arnautovic will be banned for that game after offending a fan of Northern Macedonia apparently, so that's a big miss for them. And Netherlands clutched up, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I've gone with a 2-1 Netherlands win. I probably agree, they didn't really look that good against the Ukraine, but I don't see Austria beating Holland.
Yeah.
I think Holland might be one of them teams where they'll just be like, we'll score more than you type of teams.
It does seem to go that way, doesn't it?
So 2-1 Holland, I think.
Okay. Right, moving on to Friday's game then. First game on Friday sees Sweden taking on the Czech Republic. If I've read that right. Or was that Slovakia?
Slovakia.
That's Slovakia. Okay. Me and the flags. Not great. I've gone for a 1-1 draw in this one. I thought they were both relatively poor in their opening game, even though Slovakia won. I thought there was massive holes, and then again Sweden just kind of hung on against Spain, didn't they? So I've gone 1-1.
Yeah, I went with a 1-0 Sweden win. I think Slovakia have got a couple of good players, but I think, like you said before, the red card against Poland pretty much was the reason why they won that game. And
that's true.
I think Sweden striker looks impressive.
Yeah, that is true.
And he's big and fast, and I think they might just have the edge to victory. But I did go back and forth with the draw as well, but I've just gone with the victory for Sweden.
That's fair enough. Okay, second day of Friday is Croatia versus the Czech Republic, and I've also gone for 1-1 in this game as well.
2-0 Croatia, I think. I think Croatia will bounce back. I didn't think they played particularly well against England, but I think they're a lot better than Czech Republic.
Yeah.
They've got world-class players.
I think they're an Asian side. That's the only thing. But then again, who's going to show up on Croatia? I think I've kind of just taken a risk, and because of the points differential, I've kind of given myself the luxury of a risk here. So, and then the big game, the final game of Friday, the one that we've all been waiting for, England taking on Scotland. So what have you gone for?
Comfortable England victory, 3-0. I wasn't going to go with a 3-0 and convincing victory because this is the game Scotland have been looking forward to, I think, and the game they'll be most up for. Just like if it was Wales or Northern Ireland or Ireland, they're all going to be up for England.
Yeah,
because
home nations, isn't it?
We're the biggest nation out of Great Britain, let's say.
Yeah.
But I was going to give Scotland a goal, but then I think we're just going to control the game, and I think we've got far better players. That's why I just ended up with 3-0.
Yeah, after watching the Scotland game, I couldn't give them a goal. I've gone for 3-0 as well. I think it could be more, but I've gone for 3-0. Just I'm trying to keep them expectations at a level. Like, it'd be great if we go out there and smash them 6-0 or something, but I'm being, what's the word, conservative with it.
Yeah, I mean, just to add a little thing on that, we had like a little sweeping work where everyone put put a tenner in whatever you draw your team.
Yeah.
I unfortunately got Scotland,
Ooh.
so
Sweet might be dead by Friday night.
I definitely think. I said before the tournament, I'd be surprised if Scotland got a goal, never mind a point. So
it's going that way. It's looking that way.
Yeah, I think their best chance to get a goal was against Czech Republic and lost 2-0. I mean, they've got England and Croatia, who are two very good nations. So I would be surprised if Scotland even got a goal, to be honest, for these two games.
I tend to agree with that one. Right, so moving on to Saturday, when we'll be still high on the celebrations of the evening before. Hungary taking on France. Now, something I don't often do in the Predictor is go beyond 3 goals, but I have this one. I've gone 4-0 France. I'm being bold.
Yeah, I stuck with like the limit of 3-0.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I sat there for a few minutes like, go on then.
Yeah, I think it could easily be more than 3, but I think 3-0 was the safest that I could go. I think France will dominate the game, and they should have scored 3 against Germany.
Yeah.
So it could be like 5 maybe against Hungary.
Yeah,
so.
I'm fully accepting that it could be more than 4, but 4 was my absolute limit for a domination. So, and again, it could end 1-0 and we'll be upset, but as long as France win, it's points in it. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an easy win.
Yeah, and then obviously the other big game in that group and on that day, Portugal versus Germany, could really give us a good idea of who's going to end up in third in that group. I've gone for 1-0 Portugal. I don't know. I didn't think Germany offered anything against France, and Portugal might be the other team that are on that same level as France.
Yeah, I've gone 2-1 Portugal. I think Portugal usually play better against the good teams as well. So I can't see Germany not scoring for 2 consecutive games. That's why I give him a goal. But I do think Portugal will win.
Yeah.
But then that begs the question: are Germany going to go out?
Well, yeah, because they're probably going to be the one of the low. Well, you would expect them to go on and beat Hungary. So what you need to ask is 3 points enough to get through on third? Because it's only 4 teams that go out. 4 third place teams that go out in theory. Currently you've got the likes of Wales. They're on 4, so even if they finish third, that's 4 points. So
yeah, I think if you Wales on like 4 points, I think that's you're pretty much going through. I think.
Yeah, you feel confident about it.
Barring a miracle, like.
It would have to be some crazy stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking if Portugal do go on to beat Germany, that last game against Hungary is going to be huge.
Yeah.
Because they know they're going to have to win that game.
And it's a potential, they could not go through on 3 points, because there's a few.
Yeah.
I think there's a few teams in there that have got, the potential to end up on 4 or more, like Spain, after drawing that first game. They could end up on 4, more than likely end up on 7, but there's a solid chance that they can end up on 4 and go over them.
Yeah, it's to say the next 2 games for Germany are huge now, but I think they went out of the World Cup in the group stages.
They did, yeah. So they lost to Sweden and Korea or something.
Yeah, they lost against an Asian team. I think they took the lead as well, and then they ended up losing to go out.
It was 2-0, I think, because
that was it.
Then Neuer was on the halfway line, and someone knocked it past him or something, and ended up scoring the second.
I remember the first. I think the first goal they conceded was a bit of a worldie, I think.
Yeah. So it's a big tournament for them. I guess we'll see what happens. The final game of Saturday, Spain taking on Poland. I personally don't think Spain will repeat the performance against Sweden. I think they'll be clinical this time. But I've gone for 2-0.
I agree. I've gone with a 2-0 as well. I think it'll be an easy victory, to be honest.
I do personally think that Spain either need to put the guy from the Villarreal striker, is it Gerard Moreno, on with Morata, or just take Morata off altogether because he missed an absolute sitter against Sweden.
Yeah, Morata's like that though, isn't he? He's like that for Juve. He misses like sitters all the time. I'm just thinking like Spain have played Torres up front before, and obviously Man City have, and we've played him up front. He just got a hat trick against Newcastle. I think maybe that's an option to go for Spain as well. Maybe.
Definitely.
So, but yeah, I've gone with the 2-0 victory. I think it'll be more like the Sweden game where they'll just control the ball.
Yeah.
I don't think Lewandowski will have many chances to score past him or anything like that. They won't have the ball, so
he was distinctly average in the first game as well.
Yeah, so I think it'll be an easy one for Spain.
Awesome. Right, moving on to Sunday then. Italy versus Wales. As we've said, Wales already securing 4 points. It's not as a big a game for them, but you still have to imagine that if Wales truly want to think they can win this competition, they have to beat teams like Italy. So it's going to be a hard game for them. Like I've backed against them. I've backed 2-0 to Italy, but big game for them.
Yeah, I've gone 2-0 this year as well. I think they've just looked really impressive in the first two games, and I think I'd be surprised if anyone backs against them in that third game. Barring maybe if the rest players, because they know they're through.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. But I don't know. It could be an interesting match. I don't see them winning. I don't see Wales winning it.
No, I think, as I say, Italy have totally surprised me, because I thought, the teams, they've got an aging defence, and they haven't really got like.
Midfield's fired though, to be fair.
Yeah, and but I'd say the first two games I've seen him in now, they've been superb. So I think you'd be silly to back against them.
Yeah. And then moving on to the final game of Sunday. Niall's dark horses. Switzerland versus Turkey. I will say I've agreed with you this time, and I have backed Turkey to win 1-0.
I've backed Turkey to win 2-1. Because I have to back the Turks.
I mean, you kind of do after the build-up you gave them, I suppose.
I did. I don't know what's happened to them.
It's been a shame, really, because they've just not performed at all.
I've seen them I've seen them in the qualifiers against France, and they beat them and drawed with them.
That's what I mean. They took 4 points off France. That's huge.
And they finished 2 points behind them in the group stages. They were really good, and then the tournament's gone. They've been absolutely awful.
Yeah, but definitely.
They have to give me a win. They're going to have to give me a win, so I'm going to have to back them again. So yeah, I've gone 2-1 to the Turks.
Yeah. Right, I'll just throw our predictions up underneath our faces. Boom, there they are. So, a lot. To be honest, this time we've agreed on a lot of games. I think there's about 3-4 of them in there that we've got the exact same score for. So, maybe you will get some points.
I was going to say, is that a good thing for me or a bad thing for you?
Well, who knows? That's the thing, isn't it? But just before we finish off, I'll get rid of those, and I will just throw the table up quickly. So you can't see it, obviously, but I'll read the pain out to you. Obviously, there's a typo in the fact that we both predicted 15 games. So currently, I sit on 6 correct scores, 5 correct results, and 4 incorrects. So that's got me at 40 points. You've got 0 correct scores, 8 correct results, and 7 incorrect results. So that's pain currently. But you have got Lukaku, and he scored twice, and Mbappe has scored minus once because he had it disallowed. So sad times. But
I literally seen him score, and then the linesman flagged him for poor Gaz, because that was a finish.
It was a great finish as well. Yeah.
So
I know. So it was a sad one, but yeah. So obviously This one will go up 12 o'clock tomorrow, and then the next one will go up about 12 midday on Monday with the next lot, and we'll obviously have a look at the table again then. So we'll see if you've managed to claw some of them points back, and if the predicted 55 pointer is coming in. Imagine imagine the scenes. That's what I'm saying.
Mate, if I get 55 points, I'm getting a Phil Foden trim.
I will pay to see that. Oh god. Yeah, but other than that, obviously, you know, the usual shit. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, put your predictions in the comments as well, so we can see them. Check out the socials underneath and Twitch when we're on it. And yeah, thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you in the next one.